Do you ever feel like your focus is just constantly under attack? Well, today we are going to reclaim it. We're going to explore how to get into what's called a hyper-focus zone by using the principles of deep work. All right, let's get right into it.
Yeah, I'm guessing this scene looks pretty familiar, right? This is basically the modern workplace battlefield. You've got this constant barrage of pings, dings, and notifications coming at you from all sides, and all these tools, they're supposed to help us, but instead they just leave us feeling completely scattered and totally drained.
And this leads us to this really frustrating idea called the productivity paradox. See, we're always doing something, clicking, typing, reacting to things, and because we're busy, it feels productive. But here's the thing, being busy is absolutely not the same as being effective. We're basically just on a hamster wheel, running and running, but not actually going anywhere.
Okay, so let's actually put a number on this. What's the real measurable cost of all this constant distraction? I'll tell you this, the price we're all paying for living in this digital chaos, it's probably a lot higher than you think.
Whoa. Okay, take a look at this number. Minus 40%. That is a huge drop. But a drop in what exactly?
That's your productivity? Just gone. See, research shows that every single time you switch between tasks, that thing we all call multitasking, you're paying this little mental tax. And it adds up big time. It can cost you up to 40% of your actual productive time. It's really like trying to fill a bucket that's got a big hole in the bottom.
So, what's the alternative? Are we just stuck like this? Absolutely not. It turns out there's a way to fight back. A way to build what is basically a focus superpower. And it's all built around a concept called deep work.
So this term was coined by a professor named Cal Newport, and at its core, deep work is just the ability to focus without any distractions on a really challenging task. And look, this isn't just about checking items off a to-do list. It's about producing that high-quality, high-value work that actually moves the needle. Honestly, it's the kind of work that makes you indispensable.
Okay, and this slide breaks it down perfectly. Think about the two modes we operate in. On one side, you've got deep work. That's the strategic, creative, problem-solving stuff. And then on the other side, you've got shallow work, the constant reactive flurry of answering emails and doing admin tasks. The big takeaway here? Most of us, if we're being honest, spend our days completely stuck on the right side, when our real value, the stuff that truly matters, is all on the left.
All right, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do we actually make it practical in our crazy, busy lives? Well, let's build our deep work toolkit. I'm talking simple, actionable steps you can start using right away.
The first tool is really just being intentional. And I think this quote from product designer Kat Small just says it all. The best performers, they don't find time to focus, they make the time. They treat these focus sessions just like their most important meetings, because frankly, they are.
So here's a super simple 3-step routine to get you started. First, schedule your focus. Seriously, block out 90 minutes on your calendar like it's a doctor's appointment you absolutely can't miss. Second, go single task. When that block of time starts, it's one tab, one tool, one goal. That's it. And third, you have to protect your zone. Snooze those notifications, put your phone on silent, and let people know you're off limits for a bit.
Okay, but what about breaks? It's a question I get all the time. I mean, if deep work is this intense, don't we need to come up for air every once in a while? Well, the answer might actually surprise you. Plus 13%. Yep, a positive number. This tells us that taking breaks isn't just about dodging burnout. It's actually a strategy to increase your productivity.
So where does that 13% come from? Well, studies show that taking just one short 5-minute screen-free micro break every hour can give you that boost. And that screen-free part is absolutely crucial. Scrolling through social media on your phone is not a break. It's just swapping one screen for another. A real break lets your brain actually hit the reset button.
And this leads us to a really, really important point. The goal here isn't to become some kind of focus robot, 24/7. That's just a one-way ticket to burnout. The real art, the real skill, is learning how to focus without completely frying your circuits.
I absolutely love this metaphor. It nails it. Hyper-focusing without breaks is like flooring the gas pedal on the highway and never letting up. You're just speeding directly toward a breakdown. You have to remember, your brain is like a muscle and needs rest and recovery to get stronger and perform at its best.
And this purposeful rest doesn't have to be complicated at all. We're talking about simple things like taking a short walk, doing a few stretches, or even just looking out a window for a couple of minutes. The key is to disconnect completely. And please, don't think of these as time wasters. They are strategic investments in your own mental energy.
Okay, so we've talked about the problem, the solution, deep work, and we've even built a toolkit. But here's the biggest trap people fall into. They try to change everything all at once. The real secret, the key to making this stick, is to start small and build that momentum.
And here is one of the easiest ways to get started. It's called the 2-minute rule. The idea is so simple. If a task pops up and you know it'll take less than 2 minutes to finish, just do it right then and there. Don't write it down, don't put it off, just get it done. It's an amazing way to clear out all that mental clutter and get a bunch of small, satisfying wins throughout your day.
And that really leads to the most important idea of all. Real, lasting change. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Sure, a huge burst of effort might feel heroic for a day, but it's those small habits you repeat over and over that actually get you where you want to go. Remember, this whole thing is a marathon, not a sprint.
So, I'm going to leave you with a challenge. I want you to look at your day tomorrow. Just find one thing. What is the one important task that, if you gave it your full, undivided attention, would make the biggest difference? I want you to find it, put it on your calendar, protect that time, and just see what you are truly capable of.